What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today? Hey P, how you doing, girl? I ain't seen you in a while. What's up, y'all? Uh-oh, hold on. Let me go through. All right. Let me say hi to my people. What's up, Lock Queen? What's up, y'all? Hey, C Golden, Mimi. Hey, Tracy. Hey, CC. I haven't seen you in a while either. Hey, Miss T Velocity. How you doing, babes? Little baby. Yes, little baby in the house. My mod. Haven't been in chat for a minute. I know. How are you? Hey, Tanya. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Y'all be coming through. Come on through. Hey, Authentically Young. How you guys doing? Happy hump day to everybody. I don't know if the notification went out or not, but I see a lot of y'all coming in. So I'm guessing that the notification went out. You know, I like to try to schedule my lives. I like to give it at least a 30-minute window. But I was on the phone running my mouth with Mother, aka Spill It Boy. And I said, wait a minute, I said it's almost 6:30. I need to go get on my live. We got on the phone. We running our miles, child. Hey, Lady Libra. Oh, how you doing? It's so good to see you, girl. Listen, I lied to you now. I saw your email. So I've been keeping you in prayer. Who is this calling me? I don't know you. Okay. So I'm so happy to see you. Hey, Keisha. Oh, and a special shout out to all my members lit up in green. Welcome. Glad to see you guys coming through. Listen, y'all know this was my first day back at work with a full work schedule and students and teaching in a year and a half, okay? And can I tell y'all that my body is feeling it? Listen, I need somebody to come rub my feet. Listen, I need a spa day. And it ain't been but one day. Oh, hey. Thank you. Here's a small donation for schools. Listen, not you know what? You ain't have to do the Go Ravens at the end, though. It is about that time, y'all. It is football season. Official kickoff is tomorrow. Is the official kickoff. What's up, DMV? Hey, boo. How are you, babe? Yes, the official. Y'all, I'm looking for my eyeglass cloth. Y'all know I can't find my. Where Abby? Is Abby in here? Hey, Jonathan. 2 days in a row. Hey. Tell James that Good Times Door reference in his Patanka review. You know what? Not Good Times. Scratching and surviving. I will tell him, honey. Where is my? Yeah, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm looking for my cloth, for my glasses, for my lenses, so I can wipe my glasses. It is somewhere over here. I can't find it. Oh, here it is. I'm about to say. I can't find it. Hey, my love. Come close, my loves. Hey, Keisha. You hollered too, child. Y'all know James is. He ain't got good sense. He said something right before I got off the phone with him. I said goodbye. I'm not doing this with you. Goodbye. I'm not doing this with him. All right. I hate I missed you when you came this way. Hopefully I can get up at Jiho today as our boy's birthday. It is his birthday. I talked to him. That's part of why I was down there. We had a cookout on Saturday. Virgos, I have a lot of Virgos in my family and friend group. And so he's one of them. So we had a little birthday situation this weekend. We had a really good time. It was good to see my boys. Hadn't seen them since last homecoming before, the Rona. I have a hotel reservation. We'll see how it plays itself out. We were just talking about that today. Who was I on the phone with today? Oh, El Teddy. Me and him were talking about homecomings and stuff. And no, I was on a live. Were we on the phone or on a live? I can't remember. But we were talking about that today. Your birthday was September 3rd. Well, happy belated birthday, DMV. Everybody wish DMV a happy birthday, y'all. Y'all give him a good shout out in the chat. Yes, next time. We definitely have to get up, Jonathan. Definitely. And make it happen. So, listen, y'all. I wore out. I wore out. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to come live because I was supposed to go get, well, not supposed to, but I went to go get my nails done today. But baby, it must have been an accident or something because the traffic was ridiculous. And I was like, but I don't feel like it today. I don't have it in me. I can't, not today. I just can't. But my nails are jacked up. They are past that moment. Hey, Sylvia, what's up, boo? Hey, Diamond Pearl. Hey. But I'm gonna get them together this week, child. I'm gonna get them together this week. The funeral for my aunt is Friday, so somewhere between now and Friday, I'll get them done. I think I'm gonna go tomorrow after work. I have a appointment tomorrow after work, but if I get out of my appointment early enough and the nail shop is still open, then I'll get them done tomorrow. And then I'll hopefully be home in time for kickoff, child. What's up, Lady T? Miss T Lounge, how are you, darling? Your daughter. See, all these Virgos tell your daughter happy birthday in advance. Oh, thank you, T. Thank you, Lady T. Yeah. So let's get on into this, honey. Let's start off with. Let's just start off with the shit we didn't ask for, okay? Y'all know we have this category. Whenever y'all see that in the title, shit we DAF. When y'all see that in the chat, in the title, that means I gotta tell y'all about some shit we didn't ask for. Okay, so first up in the stuff we didn't ask for category is Bow Wow announced that he has been talking to people that care about doing a sequel to Like Mike. That shit we didn't ask for. That's just shit we didn't ask for. Now, I understand that was not my generation. By the time Like Mike came out, by the time Bow Wow was, it was beyond me. Okay. I wasn't into the teeny bopper stuff. And so I understand that for some people, that's a bigger part of their childhood than it is mine. I think by the time Bow Wow was out, I probably was in high school or beyond. Well, no, I don't know. Anyway, I know I wasn't a kid. I know I'm older than him. Okay. So I don't even think I saw the first Like Mike. I mean, I get the concept. I think he was an orphan. He found some shoes. They were some old Jordans. He put them on and he could play really good basketball. So I feel like at some point I saw the movie at some point in my life. But I don't think anybody has been begging Bow Wow for the sequel. I just don't think nobody asked for it. Did anybody ask for the sequel? I just don't think nobody asked for the sequel. Now, Tracy, you better say it for the people in the back. His bank account asked for the sequel. Ah. You're right. That is the only person that asked for the sequel is his accountant. Okay. His accountant asked for the sequel because none of us did. Let's be clear. None of us asked for the sequel to Like Mike. None of us. So that's the first thing we did not ask for. Okay. We didn't ask for that. The second thing we did not ask for was they dropped when I say they, I'm using the word they loosely because I think they is AKA the person that this situation is about, but they dropped the trailer for the Boosie biopic. Who asked them to make a biopic? Who wanted to see Boosie's life story? Who asked for that? And the fact that you have financed a whole movie and he's playing himself, I guess so, because who did y'all even hold audition? Nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for a Boosie biopic. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Now let me tell you what we did ask for. Now I'm so glad it is here. Right, Lil Nas X gonna make a kid. Now listen, can I tell you how hilarious that would be with a Lil Nas X cameo down to the Boosie biopic? Listen. I would listen now. That would get me to watch it. If they told me that Lil Nas X made a cameo in the Boosie biopic, that would make me watch it. Now I'd watch that. That's what I was just getting ready to say, Tracy. Now I did see the trailer or a little teaser for the Janet Jackson biopic. Now I'm here for that. It's not a biopic, it's a documentary. And it sounds like she's ready to really be honest about some stuff. She was like, listen, this is my truth, whether you like it or not. And so I've said this to you guys before. Not Boosie Collins. But I said this to you guys before that when people are ready to tell their story, if they're not ready to tell their story, then it's kind of, for me, now I know for some people they're okay with the fluff. I don't want the fluff. I want the real. I want the nitty gritty. That does not mean you have to turn over your deepest, darkest secrets. But there have been a lot of rumors about Janet Jackson over the years. There have been a lot of stories told. I mean, I would like to hear it come from her story. You know, talk about your relationship with your father. Talk about the pressure of being a Jackson. Talk about doing the acting first and then going to music. Talk about, you finally getting hits with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and what that did for your relationship with your father and, not being his daughter, the manager anymore. Talk about your marriage to James DeBarge. Talk about your marriage to Renee. You lied to everybody. You lied to Oprah, Janet. Now, I love Janet. Y'all knows I love me some Janet, but you lied to Oprah, Janet. Talk about that. How did it feel to lie to Oprah? Because I remember that interview when Janet did this, when Oprah was still doing her show and the Velvet Rope was coming out. And Janet was doing her, publicity tour for her new album coming out. And she did a whole hour on Oprah and they performed songs from the Velvet Rope. And that's when her hair was dyed red and all of that good stuff. And I remember Oprah asking her about being married. She said, I remember Oprah said, it is said that you are secretly married to Renee, whatever the man's last name was. And I know that, obviously, if it's a secret, you're not going to tell me. But I have to ask, so are y'all married? And Janet did that little, well, Oprah, if it's a secret, why would I tell you? And then she said, but no, we're not married. And 10 years later, they was getting a divorce. I said, she lied to Oprah because I believed her. Because I said, well, you're not going to lie to Oprah. So once she told Oprah they weren't married, I said, okay, they just boyfriend, girlfriend. They probably living together. What's up, Abby? I said, right. Did he put his hands on you, Janet? Hell, yes. Talk about the situation with John Singleton. Even though he rest in peace, but listen, Tyra, they said that, remember when John Singleton and Tyra Banks were dating, that was a very tumultuous relationship. And I ain't trying to throw dirt on the dead, but listen, if it's a part of her story, it's a part of her story. Shut up, Abby. No, they were married at the time. No, they were married. Mm-hmm. It came out after the divorce, but they were married. When she went on Oprah and lied, they were married. Now, excuse me. That's a good point, though, YBS Mary. That's a good point. Maybe she will clear up a timeline. But according to my timeline, from what I recollect, they were married. But maybe they weren't at the time. But I feel like when they got divorced and they said how long they had been married, it overlapped. But I could be wrong. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, child. John Singleton died about, 2 years ago, maybe. It's been recently. The Jacksons were never upfront, so if this doc is going to be more than the same, then I'm not. See, that's what I'm saying, P. If you're going to give me some real nitty-gritty, then I'm here for it, Janet. But if it's going to be more fluff and stuff, I mean, we've been getting that for 50 years. Girl, I want now YBS, now that would be, I don't think she's going to address that. I don't think she's ready to get that down and dirty. I don't think she's going to address the baby rumor if it's true. If it's true. If it's not true, then I think she may address it. If it's not true. But if it's true, I think she'll talk about James DeBarge. I think she'll talk about it because I've seen her speak on it before. She doesn't go deep, but I have seen her speak on it before. So I think she'll talk about it. You think it's going to be more fluff and stuff, Miss T Velocity? It might be, y'all. It might be more fluff and stuff. But what you going to do? But I'm going to watch it. Now, I'm going to tell you another biopic that I'm going to watch. I'm going to try to watch it this weekend, y'all. Like I said, y'all, Friday, I got the funeral. And the funeral is about 3 hours from where I live. So I'm spending the night down in Virginia. So I won't be back until Saturday afternoon sometime. But I'm going to try to watch it Saturday. Because y'all know Sunday, Sunday is football and school work. You know, it's football and me getting ready for work on Monday, doing lesson plans and all that while I'm watching football. Yeah, I know what, for those of y'all who've been around now, I might have some new people who weren't here last football season. But for the people who have been around me, y'all know that what I do on Sunday. Y'all know what my Sundays are during football season. But that's it, YBS Mary. I'm going to watch that Rick James biopic over to the Showtime. Now, I'm going to watch that this weekend. I don't know when I'm going to get it in, but I'm going to try to get it in there this weekend. I think I'm going to watch that this weekend, honey. Because I think it's going to be down and dirty. I think that's going to get to some, and I mean, we know a lot of Rick James is dirt already, but I think that's going to get to some nitty and gritty. And I have always loved Rick James. I remember being a kid listening to, I had it on cassette tape. That let you know how long ago it was. His album that had 17 on there. She was only 17, 17, but she was young and fly. Yeah. Now when you go back and you listen to the lyrics, you be like, ooh. Like that song definitely would not get no radio airplay today. But it was all over the radio back in the 80s. It was all over the radio. In the 80s, child. It was good, Lady Lee, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it this weekend. I think it came out, I think it started streaming last week, I think maybe. Yeah. Yes, I love me. Oh, he's a Buffalo. Yeah, yeah. But I love me some Rick James. Like I said, I always have. I've always loved Rick James. But I definitely want to hear. Do y'all know that Rick James? Y'all know Rick James and Tina Marie's biggest hit, the duet that they did, Fire and Desire. Do y'all know they weren't even in the studio together when they did that? And that was before, like that was in the early days of people not being in the studio together doing music. Like people would be in the studio together singing the song. That was the earlier days. Fire and Desire, that's it. Tina Marie had the flu. And Rick James did his part. And she was sick. And she still wasn't 100% well when she laid her tracks. Can y'all imagine if she was 100% when she did that song? The way they killed that damn song. Can you imagine if she was 100%? Yes, honey. Oh, I love me some Tina Marie. I saw Tina Marie in concert a few times. And it was always worth. I mean, I never went to go see her when she was like the headliner. But it was always a performance. Always a good performance. He was messing with that. Yeah. Who starred in The Exorcist. Ooh. For real? Oh, I gotta go watch it, child. Yeah, I remember Tina Marie told that story. What did I watch? I was looking at something that Tina Marie told that story. She had the flu. She was sick. And he was actually mad at her because they were trying to they had to meet some sort of deadline. And he was mad. And he was like, I need to get this done. And he laid his track. And she said she got out of her sick bed, went to the studio, did her part, and she went right back to bed. I don't remember what Tina Marie died of. I'm going to say this. I do not think Tina Marie was on drugs when she died, but I do believe that her body had some conditions that were a side effect of her drug use. I don't think she was getting high. I think she was clean when she died. But I think that her body, because I want to say she had lupus or something. Oh, she was on drugs. Okay, then I take that back. No, okay, she died of an overdose. Okay. I didn't know she died of an overdose. I thought she died of something else. I didn't know it was an overdose. Oh, wow. All right, well, I take that back, y'all. I did not know it was an overdose. I always thought it was like a heart attack or something. Oh, she relapsed. Oh. Damn. Well, I'm here for it. Y'all gonna get it. Now, let me say this. Please don't, when I say what I'm getting ready to say, y'all, please don't put no spoilers in the chat. Please. Yeah, I thought she died of natural causes, but I think because she was so young, I think her body had been run down because of the drugs. But at the time she died, I did not think, I thought she was clean at the time she died. Yeah, but I didn't think it was an overdose. Yeah, she was definitely amazing. Yeah, I didn't think it was an overdose. But again, I think that her body, because she was so young and, now she was on drugs hard. Her and, all of them used to run together and they all did, they all did what they did. Excuse me, y'all. But anyway, but I'm gonna watch that this weekend. I still have not finished watching. I still have, hey, Miss Kiki. I still have one more episode of Genius. And once I finish watching Genius, I'm still going to do the live, the Respect versus Genius. We're going to do a live talking about the two stories. We're going to do that. So we still got that in the works. We got some stuff coming down the pike, okay? I think I'm finally caught up on all my shows. For a long time, I was behind on everything, and I was trying to get caught up. So I'm finally caught up. I had to drop some shows. And that's why I dropped Drag Race. I dropped 90 Day Fiance. And so that kind of helped me get caught up. Now, I'm behind on the Sweet Life, but I'll get caught up on the Sweet Life, child. I'll get caught up. Oh, I was going to say, I made me lose my train of thought. What was I going to say? I'm going to post September shows. You saw Respect a couple of days ago. I'm going to post it, the shows that I'm going to be reviewing in September. But just, it's so much stuff happening in September. So many shows are premiering. So I hesitated to put out a list because I wasn't sure if I was going to miss something. But I'm going to just go ahead and post what I know. And, child, that shit, it ain't set in stone. It ain't set in stone. Excuse me. I didn't, you know what, La Queen, I didn't even watch the finale of Drag Race because I knew it was, after Tanisha went home, I kind of didn't care no more. I mean, not Tanisha, Trinity. After Trinity went home, I just didn't, I'm sorry, Raja, I like you, girl, but I knew you wasn't going to win. I knew you wasn't going to win. When they let Eureka ass come back, I said, I'm not doing this with them. I did not keep it cute. I recorded it, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. Because, listen, I'm back at work, y'all. I gotta go to bed at a decent time. I can't be up all night. So when I get off of here, I have Beverly Hills tonight. I think I'm gonna watch Impeachment tonight and something else, Big Brother. The Sweet Life is kind of good, but the men be getting me. Young Rich, they're laying all the drugs with fentanyl. They've been dropping like flies. If you're copping in Brooklyn, that's a whole other issue. Oh Lord. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think, and that's what I thought it was, P. I thought that it was her, that because she was so young and she died or something. I mean, I know that people do it all the time, but I just thought that in her case, that was part of it. The Sweet Life is interesting. I just have to remember that these are 20-somethings and they're thinking like 20-somethings instead of my old ass. But it's entertaining. It is what it is. Right. And that's what I said. I was just sick of Eureka ass. Anyway, I felt the same way once TKB was gone. Right. I just was like, all right, well, at that point, I didn't care who won. So I haven't seen the final episode either because I don't care. And that's part of why I stopped reviewing it, because it just wasn't doing it for me. And then nobody was watching the reviews. So I don't mind doing, y'all saw it with Sisters. If y'all are looking at the reviews, I'll keep watching it. But if I kind of am no longer interested and then ain't nobody watching the reviews, it's kind of like, why? There's some shows that I review because I like watching the show, and if don't nobody watch the reviews, then nobody watches the reviews. But if I'm doing it and ain't nobody watching the reviews and I don't care no more, you know. All right, so let's get into some of this stuff. Okay, so listen, let's go and talk about the Tasha K. Y'all, I didn't go to nobody's law school. Okay, y'all know I don't have nobody's law degree. I am on the outside looking in, but I think Tasha K might be in a little bit of trouble. For those who don't know, let's talk about what had happened. The kids made you want, okay, you wonder what, by the end of the season, you wanted to punch all of them? Lord. So listen, let me say this. Let's talk about what had happened. So for those of you who follow Tasha K, y'all know that Tasha K was one of the first people to really be on top of this R. Kelly situation. I mean, even like once the documentary came out, she was on it and she was getting all the tea. Like, you know, she was talking to the parents of the girls that were, you know, Joycelyn's parents and Azriel's parents, and she was getting all the inside scoop, right? She was getting all the inside scoop. Then once he got locked up, and I remember these videos, and I remember her knowing that Joycelyn came to visit him, and this was the conversation that they had on the phone, and he got mad. And what's up, Diamond Onyx? Mwah! Thank you. Appreciate it. You know, she talked about like the stuff that was going on in the jail, like who was visiting him and what was being said. And at the time, I was thinking she must be exaggerating because it ain't nowhere in the world that she knows all of this information, right? Because I'm like, how? Thank you for the like button. Thank you for hitting that like button, Dama. You always come through and show me love. I appreciate it. So I'm thinking to myself, she can't know that specific information. She can't know that much information. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head, right? But then we find out yesterday that Tasha K has been named in a federal investigation. Now, we've talked about this before, the difference between a state investigation and a federal investigation. We have had that conversation before, ladies and gentlemen. Now, allegedly, all of this is allegedly. Let me say one more again for the people in the back. Allegedly, Tasha K was paying a correctional officer who was accessing R. Kelly's documents. I believe the article said that this particular person had accessed R. Kelly's prison information over 150 times and was then turning around and selling that information to bloggers. Tasha K ain't the only one. Tasha K's name was one of the names mentioned, but she ain't the only one. I think she's probably the most prominent one, though. And allegedly, she was paying this woman. Now, this woman has since retired. And I feel like that's why she did it. She was like, I'm on my way out the door. I'm going to go ahead and get me a little bit of payday before I get up out of here. I'm going to sell a little bit of information. And I'm sure what this woman was thinking was, I mean, once I retire, they can't do nothing to me. I don't work there no more. Baby, that's not how this works. That's not how this works, man. You can still be found guilty of shit you did. Okay. Hey, Virtuous Woman TV. You can still be found guilty for shit that you did. Y'all go check Virtuous Woman TV out over there. She has, the other morning I checked her out. They were having this a very interesting relationship conversation about being friends with people when they had, when your boyfriend has friends of the opposite sex and what your boundaries are and all that. It was a good conversation. Y'all go check Miss Virtuous TV out. Y'all check her out. But yeah, I said, that is not how this works, ma'am. That is not how this works. Hey, Chocolate Vixen. That is not how this works, ma'am. You don't get to break the law and then just because you leave your job, you just think it's going to go away. Now, the person that they're investigating is the person who accessed those files, the woman who retired. That is who they are investigating. But the road as the investigation went down the pipeline, it led them to Tasha K. And again, other bloggers, right? It wasn't just Tasha K. But the fact that they named Tasha K by name makes me feel like she was probably the most prominent YouTuber or blogger that was a part of it. Oh, thank you, virtuous woman. You didn't have to, girl. You out. Listen, you ain't have to do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, she's still fighting Cardi B. But let me tell you something. That fight she got with Cardi B ain't got nothing on this. If they decide to indict her ass and charge her, that is federal. And contrary to what she might think, because she been real, she been clowning over on her YouTube. I mean, putting messages talking about we gonna keep, we must be doing something right, people, we must have the good information, or the information must have been correct. If they so worried about it, of course the information is correct. The woman illegally accessed his prison record to give it to you. Of course the information is accurate. The problem is you're not supposed to have it. And as of yesterday, them videos was still up. They even, in the article, they even quoted how many views those videos got, child. There are at least 8 deaths. Hold on. Of restaurant workers who got bad stuff. It's not just celebs. My ex used to manage restaurants and they love the part. Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about the ODs? Yes, honey. Well, that's what they said that they are. They said that they are investigating Michael K. Williams' death, and I think because it's linked to some other stuff. Yeah. Now the woman that used to work for the feds, she probably going to jail. She may cop a plea, and she may get out of some stuff. But if she cop a plea, they get twisted. I'm old enough to remember the studio. Oh, sure. Yes, honey, Studio 54. I remember Studio 54. I mean, I'm not from New York, but I certainly know the stories. Listen, that's one to play. If I could go back in the time machine, I would want to go to Studio 54 back in the 70s. Baby. The stories that I have heard. Hey, Tommy. So good to see you, boo. It is so good to see you. Tasha K is a clown. Sometimes being the first isn't worth it. She paid this person. Her ass is grass. Yeah. And the fact that her arrogance is going to be her downfall, because her arrogance has been her downfall in this Cardi B case. And I was looking at another live yesterday and somebody was saying, well, what makes Tasha K different than CNN or MSNBC? What makes her different is there are certain things that you have journalistic ethics, and there's information that you can be a whistleblower. So, like, let's say, for example, this woman was reporting to MSNBC about inhumane conditions. Maybe R. Kelly was being treated a certain kind of way because of who he was or because of his charges, and they were treating him in an inhumane way. And she was being a whistleblower and turning over information from that aspect. Then yeah, she would have been covered, and MSNBC or CNN would have been covered. But the information she was turning over was salacious, and it was for gossip purposes, and there was no integrity in that. There's a difference. Oh, y'all wrong saying that woman looked like. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that, child. And that's where the difference lies. There's a level of journalistic integrity when you start talking about, there are plenty of people who go to MSNBC and CNN with salacious things, but one, they have to corroborate it. They're not going to run off of one person say so, generally speaking. Two, it has to be cleared through their legal department, which Tasha K don't have. Tasha K puts the stuff out there first and lets her lawyers deal with it second. So that's number one. When they get ready to post stuff like that stuff goes through a legal department and they clear it before, because what they're not going to do is risk being sued. That's why a lot of times you hear about these people, they say, well, can't they sue? Can't they sue? Can't they sue? 9 times out of 10, no, because they've already cleared it through their legal department and made sure that they covered all of their bases. Now, every once in a while, stuff slips through, and yeah, you went too far, you did too much. But for the most part, they cover themselves. All that info could have compromised the case too, but everyone thinks Tasha be lying. That's really what it is. A lot of people just think she be lying. I know. I know. MSNBC, CNN, and TMZ have they have a legal team. Hell, TMZ is run. The guy who runs TMZ was a lawyer or is a lawyer. Yeah, there's a legal team, so it's not the same. And again, that's what got her in trouble with the Cardi B situation, because some of what she said about Cardi B, she was covered. And the judge was like, well, when Cardi B talked about, her stripper days and some of the things she did for money, right? I wouldn't go so far as to say she was a prostitute, but did she, have some nights where she may have prostituted herself? Sure. I wouldn't say that was her profession, but that's that line that you can cross, right? That's that squiggly line that's there. But some of the other stuff she said about Cardi, the judge was like, yeah, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. And she still kept those videos up, even after she got that cease and desist, which is why her ass about to lose that case. So it's kind of the same thing. What she's looking at now, like I said, it's a whole different set of lawyers. It's a whole different set of lawyers. You talking about federal charges, baby? You want a whole nother ball game. And I think she thinks she playing the same ball game, and it ain't the same ball game. Really wants her main bag on YouTube to be taken. She will be paying Cardi and paying to get out of this, right? Because I think she thought she was covered because she put that shit on Patreon. Number one, you still not covered, because all somebody had to do was get a copy of that video, which clearly they did. Number two, what people don't realize is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't YouTube own Patreon? Isn't it the same company? So you really, just because you did it on Patreon and you didn't do it on YouTube. What's the difference with what? What you talking about, YBS Mary? What's the difference with what? If the hot dog man sold one of the girls into prison for a visit, that's one thing. Private calls and emails. Right, exactly. And let me tell you something. Y'all know I used to work at a juvenile facility. There are very, very strict guidelines to what we can and cannot do. We actually had, he was local. Let's be clear. He was a local rapper. Little rapper out of Baltimore, little teenage rapper out of Baltimore. He was a local rapper. Like, nobody outside of this area would know who he was. And the minute he came through the jail, everybody was like, so-and-so here, so-and-so here, so-and-so here. But we couldn't go out talking about some, so-and-so got arrested for attempted murder. Yeah, he had been out of jail. If I called Abby and told Abby, that's one thing. If I decided that I was going to call a local, let's say a local DMV blogger that blogs about, the celebrities in the DMV area, and I called them and told them, and I started saying, yeah, on Monday, his mother was up there, and him and his mother got into a fight in the waiting room, and he called her this, and she called him that, and then his baby mama came up there. Like, I can't do that. That is illegal. Especially now I'm going to take money for it. You're going to pay me for it? Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse. Now, let's be clear. People do it all the time. We know they do it all the time. Remember, the person that leaked that elevator footage of Beyonce and Jay-Z and Solange in the elevator. Remember, that person got fired as soon as they found out who it was. You can't do it. You cannot do it. What? I'm sorry. They just as bad as releasing PHI. I'm sure prison employees have to sign. We have to sign a lot of shit. And remember, I wasn't even a guard. I was just teaching. But there are we're held to the same standards. There's a lot of stuff that we can and cannot do. Anyway, All I'm gonna say is this. Now people can say, well, she ain't do nothing wrong and she ain't do nothing illegal and da da da. This what I'm gonna say about that. There's a big difference between a state charge and federal. Now she ain't been indicted with nothing, but her name was all up and through that article. And if they can prove that Tasha K paid for that information, I ain't saying she going to jail. I'm gonna say it. Oh, protected health. Oh yeah. HIPAA laws. Yeah. I ain't saying she going to jail because I ain't nobody's lawyers. I can't put nobody in no jail. I can't put them under no jail. But I am going to say it's going to be a very expensive experience because she's going to have to get good lawyers. I retired from a prison and I couldn't ever talk to the media. It's grounds for termination and say, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. It absolutely is. So, yes, people need to pay attention. So, anyway, again, I ain't hating on Tasha K. Do your thing, girl. But all I'm saying is, the bigger you get, the more you the different you have to move, right? You got to watch how you moving. The bigger you get, the more your name is out there. And again, the fact that her name was listed and then it said and other bloggers tells me that she was the biggest blogger that's included. That her name was the biggest name. Now, if she had been low on that totem pole, it wouldn't have been her name leading that article. It'd have been the other names. But the fact that her name was specifically stated, do you think they'll make her shut down her channel because she obviously don't get it? I don't know. I don't think they'll make her shut down her. I'm gonna say I don't know. Let me just leave it at I don't know. The fact that she greased palms to obtain information is what's going to sink her. Yeah, I think if that woman had just called her and gave her that information, I don't know. I think she might have been okay. But the fact that she paid for, I don't know. These bloggers think they're untouchable. That's why Monica hides her face. Child. Honey. So, anyway, that's what's going on with that. If y'all been hearing about that. Now let's talk about the Falynn, Simon, Portia. Listen, I keep telling y'all I'm done with these people, but then they keep pulling me back in. This is what I'm gonna say about this. Now today, Falynn went on her Instagram. I'm not about to read y'all her whole long dissertation she put on Instagram, but essentially what she had said was that Simon is stalking her and that she wished he would leave her alone. She said, you know, you found out where I lived, I had to move. Then you found out where I lived, you sent packages to my house. I'm not even sure how you found out where I lived again, and why are you sending me packages? She said, me and my new boo thing, we go out to dinner, and if you go to dinner, you found out we were there, you try to talk to the owner, and you try to, bully the owner into banning us from his establishments or from their establishments. Listen. If y'all go back to my video that I did reviewing her interview with Up and Adam, this is what I said. I said, Simon and Falynn play these games. I said, they're going to probably get back together because this is what they do. Those of you who were here, y'all remember that's what I said. Simon and Falynn are playing games with all of us. Let's just assume for a minute that this is true and it's not a storyline. Let's assume it's true. They're playing games. They're playing games. Simon, if you are really as happy as you claim to be, as you pretend to be, you all over Instagram flaunting your private jets and your vacations and you showing how much you love your fiance. Why are you worried about what your ex-wife is doing? You the one that filed for divorce, not once but twice, sir. Why are you worried about what she over there doing? From the very beginning, Simon has extended this situation by putting their business out there, releasing footage from the security footage camera. He was the one that told us her ass was pregnant. He was the one that said that she was cheating. He has been doing for Falynn's credit. I said for Falynn's credit. Y'all know what I'm saying. Falynn really didn't say a whole lot. She was quiet for a long time. She didn't say shit. She kept it real classy over to her social media. Then she did the interview with Up and Adam, and she still ain't really say a whole lot. There's flies in here. She still ain't really say a whole lot in her interview with Up and Adam. It wasn't until I feel like he really, really kept going. Then she started, was like, okay, you want to play? Let's play, bitch. If you want to play, let's play. And I feel like, right, she has moved in with this man, regardless of whether they were dating before y'all were divorced or not. Child, that's water under the bridge now, because you was dating before y'all got divorced too. Shit. I mean, both y'all did it. But I'm telling y'all, they play these games. Simon, why are you worried about what this woman is doing? You are happy. Remember, you are engaged to the love of your life. She's the best thing that ever happened to you. You can't wait to start your life with this woman. Y'all are flying all over the world. Why are you worried about what your wife is doing? It is ridiculous. The fact that you are so petty that you were trying to get restaurants to ban Falynn and her boo, Jay, what's the man name? Jay something. Ban him from from their, that's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, y'all. The whole thing is ridiculous. It's so stupid. He's doing way too much. Then you really are done with the situation. You're not that pressed because you've moved past it and moved on. Exactly. Sunday showed that video of the yacht and Simon was checking out a woman as Portia jumped off the boat. He's a creep. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, again, if I was Portia, I would have a whole problem with all of this. If, again, assuming that this is all real, if I'm Portia, I'm side-eyeing the hell out of him. Because I'm thinking, why are you so concerned, sir? Why are you worried about what she got going on? You told me you ain't love her, you was over it, you filed for divorce, yada, 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 boo, boo, boo. That's what you said, right? Why are you worried? Why do you insist on going on social media posting about her? They playing games, y'all. They playing games. Hey, Xavier. Hey, boo. So anyway, that is what had happened down to the that's what had happened down to the Falynn situation. Yeah. Hold on. Number one Eagle fan? I'm sorry. See, this how YouTube be playing games. Number one Eagle fan left a message under my video 30 minutes ago saying, I was waiting for a live from you today, but I haven't seen the notification, so I guess you're not on. I'm right here, girl. I ain't gonna be here much longer, but I'm right here. Y'all, I had wanted some crabs today. Traffic was too bad. To the place I normally go. Then I called and they ain't had the sizes I want, because I would have driven down there if they had some sizes, but they had no sizes I wanted. I don't know why Portia. Well, I don't know if Portia's upset or not. I'm saying if I were Portia, I'd be side-eyeing. I don't know if she's upset or not. But you're right. She don't have no reason to be upset. She absolutely. When I was a youngin', I thought older people acted mature. Then I became older person and I saw the error in my way. You right. Listen, listen, there is no cap on stupidity, child. There is no cap on stupidity. None. Number one Eagle fan. She's in my chat all the time. She's an Eagle fan. You know, all my football people, honey. She's an Eagle fan. All right, let's talk about this. I normally don't be giving clout to the murderers of these people, but let me go ahead and talk about let me go ahead and talk about this. So last week we found out that Jackie Johnson had been indicted. She was the district attorney over the Ahmaud Arbery case. And I'm not, ooh, with some creamy spinach. You had some crabs today. Yeah, see, I didn't want no small crabs, but maybe, it's getting towards the end of crab season. Maybe that's all we're going to be able to get, because they had regular, and I like either medium or large, or really jumbo if I can get it. But maybe that's all we got. I ain't want no regular. I ain't feel like picking that. I ain't feel like all that picking today. Child. You were joking? Oh, I thought you really had some crabs, girl. But so it came out last week that she was indicted because she had mismanaged the case. One of the guys that is accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery used to work for her as an investigator, so they had a personal relationship. She sort of drug her feet. She lied to the family. She misled people. Basically, botched the situation, and probably to try to save her friends, right? So last week she was indicted. Yes, crabs were daggone ridiculous. They absolutely were ridiculous. So she was indicted. But today she was actually arrested. They have her mug shot. This is her mug shot. That is her mug shot. She was arrested and booked for violation of oath and obstruction of justice in the Ahmaud Arbery case. She was indicted by a grand jury last week. So what I'm hoping is that will actually help the case. You pay for large, but they will see that's that bullshit. Because the prices you got to pay for large and then they small. I paid for some crabs last week and about 3 of them were, for my crab eaters, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how y'all can pick up a crab and y'all can tell that the crab was probably sick. Yeah, about 3 or 4 of them looked like that. And I was like, the fuck? Like, where did y'all find these crabs? And maybe not even want to eat the rest of them because I was like, where did y'all get these crabs from? Anyway, child. But I'm gonna be down in Virginia this weekend. I might get me some crabs while I'm down there. Yeah, so I'm glad because we've seen this happen in a lot of cases where the district attorney botches the case, whether it's on purpose or due to incompetence, and they don't always get caught. They don't always are held accountable. So, sometimes we have to be thankful when we get some level of justice. I mean, again, she ain't in jail yet, but the fact that, she's going to probably at the very least be disbarred. The fact that she did get arrested and it's out there of what she did. Hopefully it will be better. Red Lobster got crab legs. They don't have crabs. They got crab legs. I know that might not sound like a difference, but there's a difference. During the winter, I'll eat crab legs because it's not crab season. But when it's crab season, I want crabs. When it's crab season, I want crabs. The whole body. But during the winter, I'll get me some crab legs. Yeah. Yep, y'all. So, well, that's all I had today, y'all. I want to thank y'all for coming through. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button on your way out the door. It is much appreciated. And I want to give a special thank you to my cash apps today. Virtuous Woman and YBS Mary. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for the love. It is so appreciated. Really be, what was the relationship? What relationship? What I missed? Whose relationship? Hold on. What relationship, Diamond Pearl? Between this woman and, I want to make sure I answer your question. So. Yeah, Red Lobster, they have the lobster. They don't have the crabs. Well, let me say this. I've never been to a Red Lobster that sells whole crabs. They sell the crab legs. Prosecutor and defendants. Oh, so the guy that shot, one of the guys that shot Ahmaud Arbery was retired law enforcement, and he used to work for her. He was one of her investigators. So they knew each other. So she probably should have just recused herself, and she would have avoided all this had she recused herself from the situation. They knew each other. So yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. But we'll keep you posted on that as the information comes through. Like I said, hopefully we'll see a conviction soon and very soon. And I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.